President, Vice President and Prime Minister extend holy greetings to the nation. Assam Chief Minister calls for kinship and brotherhood among people in the state. 345 candidates in the fray for the second phase Assam polls covering 39 seats. Polling will be held on April 1. Indian Meteorological Department forecasts heavy rainfall in South Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Veteran politician and MLA H. Chuba Chung gets party ticket for by-election to Noksen Assembly constituency in Nagaland. And India and US naval exercise in the Bay of Bengal concludes today. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Jolly Khoikia Gogoi with the news in detail. Holi, the festival of colors, is being celebrated throughout the country today. Celebrated in the month of March, the festival not only brings cheers to the people, but also brings a new lease of life to plants and animals. Greeting the nation on the occasion, President Ramnath Kovind said, Holi is the festival of social harmony, which celebrates joy, delight and hope in the lives of the people. Holi conveys the message of social integration and sense of kinship and brotherhood, the President added. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu in a tweet said, the Festival of Colors is celebrated with great fervor and zeal across the nation. Urging all to take all precautions and maintain COVID protocols, Naidu hoped that the festival will bring happiness, good health and prosperity in the lives of people. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also extended his greetings to the nation on the occasion of Holi. Joining the revelry during the Festival of Colors at Fancy Bazaar in Guwahati, Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal said, Holi must be an occasion to strengthen the bonds of kinship and brotherhood among communities, tribes and sub-tribes across the state. Referring to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's One India, One Nation slogan, Sonowal said, Modi is focused on making India the top nation on the world stage. For that to happen, various communities, irrespective of caste, creed or religion, must exist as one another's own kin and citizens of one nation. Minister Siddhartha Bhattacharya was present on the occasion among others.
बहनों, आप सबको होली की इस अवसर पर मैं हृदय से शुभकामना देता हूं। आप हमेशा खुश रहे, सुस्वस्थ रहे, मिलजुल के रहे। और हमारे परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो उद्देश्य है, जो महत्वपूर्ण लक्ष्य है कि हमारे देश को दुनिया का सर्वश्रेष्ठ राष्ट्र के हिसाब से खड़ा करना, तो इसलिए पहला कदम है ये भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत।
In Assam, tomorrow marks the last day of campaigning for the second phase polls. 345 candidates are in the fray in this phase, covering 39 seats. Polling will be held on April 1. Political parties are making all-out efforts to attract voters amid myriad colors of Holi. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal attended a Holi event at Guwahati. NEDA convener Himanta Biswa Sarma also addressed poll rallies today. Opposition leaders and candidates are also going hammer and tongs in the election ring. In the Dorang district Dolgaon Assembly seat, AGP President Otul Bora and Executive President Kekhob Mohanto campaigned for the AGP candidate Habibur Rahman, while Ahom Jatiya Porishad leader actor Jarifa Wahid campaigned for Rupam Kumar Das, contesting the Bijni seat in Chirang district. Assam Director General of Police today took stock of the law and order situation at the Chirang District SP office at Kajalgaon. Chirang and Bongaigaon SPs were present on the occasion, including officers from the Army and SSB. The key meeting discussed the ensuing third phase election on April 6. Interacting with media persons, the DGP said 65 AK-47 rifles were seized in the BTR, even as several other weapons were also recovered. Stating that 87 lakh rupees were seized from the BTR area, DGP Mohanta said 50,000 litres of local country liquor were also seized. The DGP warned candidates and party workers of stern action if they were found to threaten voters for their votes. The DGP further said licensed guns in Chirang district have also been seized. Referring to the newly formed outfit NLLB by ex-NDFB leader Batha, the DGP said police have beefed up surveillance in this regard. Mohanta also informed that after Chirang, Kokrajhar, Dhubri and Bongaigaon districts are next on agenda for law and order monitoring and arrangements.
Favor ba bhoy kora ei dhoroner kono ami মনোবৃত্তি পোষণ নকৰাকে আমি কমপ্লিটলি নিৰপেক্ষভাৱে কাম কৰিবলৈ আমি আহ্বান জনাইছো। আমি পুলিচৰ সকলো বিষয়া কৰ্মচাৰী খালি কোনোবাই কাবাক ধমকি দি ফুৰিব আমক ভোট দে আমক নিদিবি, কোনোবাই কাবাক ইলেকশ্যনৰ দুদিনৰ আগতে মদ বিটাবলৈ যাব, পইচা বিটাবলৈ যাব, সেইবোৰ কিন্তু সহ্য কৰা নহয়।
Forecasting heavy rainfall in Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram, the Indian Meteorological Department warned that heavy downpour may lead to localized landslips, mudslides, localized flooding of roads and waterlogging in low-lying areas at some places in South Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. The Met Department said that due to the influence of strong lower-level southwesterly winds from the Bay of Bengal, widespread rainfall with thunderstorm or lightning at isolated places are likely over northeast India. The department added that the maximum activity is likely on March 30 to 31. Thunderstorms, lightning, hail and gusty winds will reach speed reaching 40 to 50 kilometers per hour, damaging plantation, horticulture and standing crops, including injury to people and cattle, the department warned. Now we take a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
डिजिटल बैंकिंग का है जमाना, टाइम है बचाना। डिजिटल बैंकिंग है आसान, करो चाहे कोई भुगतान, एनी टाइम एनीवेयर, सेफ है, फास्ट है, हर पेमेंट उंगलियों पे सेट है। लेन देन के हैं ऑप्शंस कई, IMPS, NEFT, UPI भी। 24 घंटे करते ये काम, पेमेंट आसान और रहे आराम। RBI कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. The closing function of the Nasha Mukt Bharat campaign was held at TPEP Pale Community Hall in Joai, Meghalaya, with the motive to generate awareness about the ill effects of substance abuse, to create solutions and to intervene to help a person overcome addiction. Speaking on the occasion, the Additional Deputy Commissioner L. Kinging urged upon the people to cooperate and fight evil together. Beginning with a marathon cross-country run organized by the District Social Welfare Officer in collaboration with the Office of the Sports Officer, West Jaintia Hills, the marathon was flagged off from the Kiang Nangba Stadium by the Extra Assistant Commissioner Amy Chalam. A webinar on the issues and challenges in geological sciences was organized by the Department of Geology, NEHU, in collaboration with the Shillong chapter, Indian Science Congress Association, Kolkata. This year's theme of the Science Congress is Science and Technology for Sustainable Development with Women Empowerment, addressed by Head of Department Geology, NEHU, Professor Devesh Walia. Professor Arun Kumar spoke next. Professor Kumar highlighted the contribution of ISCA towards dissemination and propagation of sciences in the country since its inception in 1914. The National Democratic Progressive Party, NDPP, today held the felicitation cum ticket ceremony at its office in Chumuku Media Dimapur. The party ticket for by-election for the 51 Noxon Assembly constituency was handed over to veteran politician and MLA H. Chuba Chang. Various leaders from different political parties under People's Democratic Alliance extended support to the NDPP candidate. Deputy Chief Minister of Nagaland, Y. Paton, urged all to rally behind the party. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio also expressed his happiness of the NPF not fielding a candidate and thereby letting the NDPP win the seat uncontested.
I want to thank each and every one of you for your...
That's why the party had done their homework, calling all 5 of them to undertake that whoever gets ticket, all should give support. They had signed. Even we have seen in today's paper, Congress, they had decided not to set up candidates.
Homework I have already done. So actually, it is because of my homework. Everybody wants an identification.
A huge container ship blocking Egypt's Suez Canal for nearly a week has been partially refloated, officials confirmed today. Head of the Suez Canal Authority, Osama Rebi, said the container ship Ever Given began to float successfully after responding to the pulling maneuvers. The SCA has confirmed that the Ever Given has been straightened in the canal and further tugging operations will resume once the tide rises later today. The 400-meter-long Ever Given became jammed diagonally in the canal last Tuesday, blocking one of the world's busiest maritime trade routes. Meanwhile, the maritime solution provider in charge of technical management of the vessel said all members of the crew on board the ship are Indians and are safe and in good health and spirits. The management is working closely with all parties involved to refloat the vessel. The India-US two-day naval exercise in the Bay of Bengal, reflecting the growing congruence in their defense and military partnership, will conclude today. Indian Navy deployed its warship Shivalik and long-range maritime patrol aircraft P-81 in the PESEX exercise, while the US Navy was represented by the USS Theodore Roosevelt Carrier Strike Group. In a first, enhancing jointmanship, Indian Air Force fighters have also been included in the exercise, affording the IAF an opportunity to practice air interception and air defense with the US Navy. Over 6,530,000 beneficiaries have been administered COVID-19 vaccine in the country now. The Health Ministry said that in the last 24 hours, 68,020 new COVID cases have been reported. With this, the total cases have touched 1,20,39,644. Till date, 1,13,55,993 persons have recovered from COVID. The recovery rate is now 94.32%. In the last 24 hours, 32,231 people were released. The tally for the dead in the last 24 hours is 291, even as the dead in the country account for 1,61,843. Active cases in the nation stand at 5,21,808. 8 states, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Chhattisgarh have reported a high number of COVID daily new cases. In the COVID scenario in the northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has 4 active cases, followed by 16,785 discharged cases, even as the dead accounted for 56. In Assam, active cases number 453, even as released cases logged 2,15,366. The tally for the dead is 1,104. Reporting 63 active cases, Manipur has a caseload of 28,948 cured cases, even as the dead tallied 374. With 26 active cases in its kitty, Meghalaya has 13,856 discharged cases. The dead account for 150. Saddled with 26 active cases, Mizoram logged 4,428 released cases, even as the death toll is 11. Reporting 4 active cases, Nagaland's caseload is 12,134 for discharged cases. The dead account for 92. Sikkim has 44 active cases, even as the released cases logged 6,048 cases. The tally for the dead is 1 135. Reporting 47 active cases, Tripura has logged 33,052 cured cases, even as the death toll is 392. Now to end the news, the headlines once again. President, Vice President and Prime Minister extend holy greetings to the nation. Assam Chief Minister calls for kinship and brotherhood among people in the state. 345 candidates in the fray for the second phase Assam polls covering 39 seats. Polling will be held on April 1. Indian Meteorological Department forecasts heavy rainfall in South Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Veteran politician and MLA H. Chuba Chang gets party ticket for by-election to Noksan Assembly constituency in Nagaland. And India and US naval exercise in the Bay of Bengal concludes today. Before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, regularly sanitize hands and frequently wash hands with soap. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.